Right, Sean, Arkwright taking on Fernando Valencia Saturday night. Sean, first of all, talk me through this fight. How much are you looking forward to getting back in there?
Can't wait. Do you know what? My last fight, I was carrying an injury going in, and I was a little bit burnt out in the gym. So I'm looking for feel refreshed, feel rejuvenated. Can't wait to get in, put on a good performance.
You've been keeping very, very busy in 2024. What have you made of your year so far in being back in boxing?
Look, it's just exactly what I needed. Being busy, 4 fights in 6 months. Not many people get that. Thanks to me selling tickets and people who are coming to watch that I can be so busy because some people struggle getting out that many times. And yeah, I'd like to thank everyone who comes to watch because it's because of them that I can be so busy.
Does it take its toll when you've got a schedule like that, or do you like it that way?
Listen, the last fight it started to, only because that was my third in 3 months. And like the training was getting on, my body was, I didn't feel as strong, I didn't feel like I had the gears. But I think I had a little 5, 6 weeks off, and then this fight now I feel great for this. It was literally just that last one. Was maybe a little bit too much, but like I say, when I've been out for so long, you want to be busy, don't you? So say class 22,
And obviously, do you still work on the railway?
yeah, a little bit when I can, yeah. It's just hard daily trying to fit it in. Mostly do like a Saturday night shift every now and then, but mostly just boxing now.
I was going to say that can't help when you're trying to balance a professional boxing career. That takes its
No,
toll, doesn't it?
I remember before my last fight, I had a week of nights and then I sparred Paul Ryan on the Friday morning. So it's on Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday morning. I was on 6 rounds with Paul Ryan, who's a big puncher. And every punch felt like I could feel it in my feet. It's like I'm not doing that again.
Obviously, you're fighting a lot, you're training a lot, you're working as well. That's a lot to do. What's the motivation for this? Why are you getting up in the morning and training and trying to create this boxing career? What is it that's driving you? Is it money, legacy, fame, titles? What is it?
All of it, bit of everything, to be honest. No, obviously the money helps, but I've boxed for free since I was 10. So just love the sports, love fighting, love boxing, love pushing myself. Yeah, just everything really.
And you don't have to talk about this if you don't want to, but I know there was a bit of a gap in your career. Would you be
Yeah.
able to open up on that? What happened there?
Um, Briefly, so there's a little bit of an incident back in 2021. Yeah, got into a bit of trouble, learned my lesson. Stupid. I was 21, only young kids, and yeah, there was just a bit of an altercation which I got involved in, which I shouldn't have, and I've paid my price for it. 2 years out of boxing, lost my job. It was a lot at the time, but we're through the other side now and ready to kick on.
Did you have your boxing license suspended during that time?
Yeah. Yeah, so 2 years where couldn't box. It was tough mentally, and trying to stay in the gym and trying to stay motivated. But like I say, we're through the other side now, so
Yeah.
it's all good now.
Would you say that boxing helps you to keep on the right path now?
1,000,000%. That was the hardest part. What I couldn't get my head around is that they say that boxing is supposed to keep you on the right path, and yeah, to be told that I wasn't allowed to do it for 2 years because of something I'd done was tough, and it was couldn't really get my head around it. But like I say, it's done. I've never been in trouble before. Now I'll never be in trouble again. It was just one of them silly things what happened. But yeah, we're here now. We're sorted, back on the right track, and ready to go.
When I was just doing a quick bit of research on you, I found out that your granddad was a boxer as well, amateur
Yeah.
boxer, is that correct?
My granddad he's who got me into boxing early. So he was one of the first, sorry, one of the first boxers in the Golden Gloves, the first little proper fighters they had, and he finds that the Everton Red Triangle with somebody else. He's had a big part in amateur boxing. He was very good from all what I've heard, but he's the inspiration why I got into it. Yeah,
And obviously you're an Everton fan, and a lot of your fans are connected, obviously, to the club, aren't they? A lot of
yeah.
supporters. I think it's really. I think you see it a lot with people like Lee Wood, and that there's when you've got a football fan base behind you, it
It
helps
helps,
a lot,
doesn't
doesn't
it?
it?
Yeah, it does help. Hopefully, that's the aim. as it grow, that more and more Evertonians do jump on, and people who do see me at the match or whatever will all jump on. And I get a good crowd coming now. But obviously, as I get through the levels, hopefully it'll keep growing and have a big load of trophies there.
Would you say that you're trying to emulate someone I know like Tony Bellew was also a big Everton fan?
Yeah, yeah, and no, no, like I'm my own person. Obviously, you see how well Tony did through going down the Everton route, and he was a great fighter anyway. But fighting that Goodison and Zed Cars and the blue shorts and all that. But I'd like to. I don't want to say sort of like just copy off that.
Yeah.
Like I'm my own person and my own character. But yeah, obviously the blueprint's there, and you can see it's been done. And yeah, obviously we're moving into the new grounds. It wouldn't be nice we could get in there instead of Goodison.
Just quickly, last one on Tony. Do you think if he ever got in the ring with Jake Paul, do you think he would do the business or?
That fight gets ended whenever Tony wants to end it. If he wants to do him in 10 seconds, he does him in 10 seconds. If he wants to have a little play with him, he does what he wants, plays with him. So not many people realise Tony Bellew is an elite fighter. He won ABA titles, boxed for England, and just shown at world level as a pro. He was a very, very good fighter, Tony.
Back onto yourself now. For people who've never seen you in action, what can they expect on Saturday?
Counter puncher, but spiteful, I'd like to say. So, like, I do, I like to box and I like to think my way around the fight. I don't rush. I'm not massively aggressive, but I can punch, and my record hasn't shown it yet. And I think what I've done, to be honest, in most of my fights, I've hit them too hard too early, and they've shelled up, and then it's hard finding the openings. But yeah, I think when it comes, it'll be like buses. I think when I get one knockout, they'll all start coming then, and people will see that I am a big puncher.
Last question. How far do you think you can go in the pro game?
It's a tough question because, listen, it's however you believe you can go, and obviously people might not believe it, but I believe I can go to the top. And if you're gonna ask me like what I want in the sport, I want some big nights, some big paydays, and a good career to look back on and go, well, you know what I mean? Some big nights, sell out in my own time, go away, fight, test myself at world level and see how I get on.
I guess another big motivation is like you want to show your kids and your grandkids in the future. You want to
Yeah,
put YouTube on and see this is your dad or your granddad fighting from 40 or 50,000. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
definitely. That's me. Big arenas, sold out shows, big nights. That's what I want mostly out of boxing. When you're a kid, it's like, of course I want titles like British title, European, Commonwealth, world titles. That goes without saying. But I think for me, I'll be happy with a few big nights and a few to look back on, like you just said, and go, that was a big fight, that, and you know what I mean? So yeah, just big nights and make a few quid.
Brilliant. Thank you. Sean Arkwright against Fernando Valencia Saturday night. Don't miss it.